What's good, YouTube fight fans all over the world? It's your boy Real Talk Boxing, and I'm back at you again. Hope you guys are having a blessed day. I know I am. Got up early, got my workout done and over with, and I figured I'd come to you guys with a video. Lopez was at an event, and a police officer, security guard, or someone said, run a rematch with Lomachenko. That way you can solidify that you're better than him. Okay, let's get into this. All right. Now, yesterday I did a live stream, and this subject came up, and we talked about it. And it was some great comments and some really good insight and input on that subject, on that matter. And I want to thank everybody again for participating in that live stream. Much love and respect. Okay, so Lopez has to run a rematch and beat him again to solidify that he's better? Don't think so. Don't think so. He won the fight, and he won the fight decisively. Okay? There were competitive spots in the fight, but my personal opinion, Lopez won that fight 9-3. I give Lomachenko 3 rounds, 9, 10, and 11. From rounds 1 to 8.5, it was all Teofimo Lopez. So why in the world does he have to rematch him to solidify, not only rematch him, but beat him? And we all know what beat him means. Beat him decisively again. Some people will go to say knock him out to solidify that he's better. Nah, man. Nah, that's not how it works. First off, there was no rematch clause in it for Lopez. Lomachenko didn't have a rematch clause in it for him. So why should Lopez rematch Lomachenko? Why? Tell me why. Did he do enough to deserve? And when I say do enough, I mean Lomachenko. Did he do enough to deserve a rematch? No, not fighting, starting 8.5 rounds. It took you 8.5 rounds to get started. Now you got some people that said he was just reserving his energy for, you know, the second half of the fight. Second half of the fight is the 6th round. Simple math. 6th round. I call BS on that. And then, you know, you got the excuses from Lomachenko. Excuses for a loss is for one thing and one thing only. And that's to generate doubt in people's mind. For the fighter that lost to say that he wasn't 100%. Not saying that Lomachenko didn't have a shoulder injury. Not saying that, okay? Because, you know, a lot of y'all hear what y'all want to hear. And y'all turn me into saying that and tell, oh, you hating. How you don't know what you're talking about, man. He did have a shoulder injury. Okay, cool. He had issues with his shoulder. But tell me this. Did you see anything visually or physically that told you that there was anything going wrong with Lomachenko's shoulder during the fight? I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I didn't see any sign or indication that he was irritated by his shoulder. I didn't see any sign or indication that he was going through pain in his shoulder. Not in the man's body. I don't know what kind of pain he was going through, but there was no indication during the fight with Lopez that shoulder was bothering him at that specific time. Not during the fight, not in between the fight, during breaks in his corner, none of that. But I'm still not saying that he does not have a shoulder injury, or that he didn't have a shoulder injury or issues with his shoulder during that fight. I'm just saying I didn't see any indication because he was punching with both hands. So I don't think that was the case either. But as soon as he loses, as soon as the fight over with, man, I had a shoulder injury. The judges, man, they were bribed. You know, the fight should have been a draw. No. Shouldn't have been a draw. Okay? Now, let's get to the question at hand, all right? Because I'm getting a little bit off subject. Excuse me. Do I think that he did enough to deserve a rematch? Lomachenko. No, I don't. I don't whatsoever. All right? But the excuses that he's made, or the fact that he came out with the shoulder injury, leaves a question in people's minds. So that's going to feed the thought of a rematch. Well, he wasn't 100%, so I wonder what he would do if he was 100%. Maybe the judges were bribed, you know. Well, I wonder what he would do if he start early, because he had success later on in the fight. Way more competitive when he started actually popping off. And see, that's the only reason why I would want to see a rematch. To see if Lomachenko is going to start early. Because we really don't know what would have happened if Lomachenko would have started from round 1 like he did in a minute into the 8th round. I mean, because it got competitive. But I can tell you this, as competitive as it got, and as much as Lomachenko upped his level, Lopez was still there. And the reason why Lomachenko started late, it was because of Lopez. Not because he was reserving energy. It was because of Teofimo Lopez. It was his counterpunching ability. It was his speed. It was his power. It was the fact that he was not afraid of Lomachenko. Last but not least, the body work. The body work. I say it all the time, and you're going to get sick of hearing me say body work. Don't neglect the what? Yeah, the body. Don't neglect the body. Younger fighters, this day and age, neglect the body. But not Teofimo Lopez that night. He started from round 1, from the jump, straight off the gate, going to the body. And that was a key factor leading to his victory against Mr. the man, the myth, the legend, Lomachenko. No hate or shade on Lomachenko. None. Because I thought he was going to get Lopez out of there. I thought he was going to take him to deep waters and stop the kid. That's what I thought. And a lot of other people thought. A lot of people lost money on Lomachenko that fight night. A lot of people did. And if I would have betted, if I was a betting man, I would have lost money. Teofimo Lopez showed up and showed out. He was not afraid. He had the nuts and he had the guts to strap up against the so-called legend. And he got the job done. Decisively. Not close. Decisively. Now, would I be mad at a rematch? No. No, I wouldn't be mad at a rematch at all. I wouldn't be mad at a rematch whatsoever, because I do want to see what would happen if Lomachenko started early rather than late. I want to see what would happen. I can guarantee you this. Should they rematch, it won't go 12 rounds. Because now, Lopez is going to be pissed off. And I got to fight this guy again, even though he didn't have a rematch clause for me. I got to fight him again. And people still think I got to solidify myself. I'm going in here to knock this dude's spark out. And he might leave himself open. But the same thing applies to Lomachenko. I got to go in and win decisively. I can't leave it up to the judges. Should have had that mindset the first fight. But you didn't plan to run into a train that first fight. You thought you was going to run into an inexperienced kid who was going to tire himself out trying to knock you out. Well, he came with a full gas tank, man. No hate on Lomachenko. I still think he's a great fighter. And I still think that he could become world champion. I really do. But he didn't do enough to deserve a rematch that he wasn't willing to give Lopez. Never mind my personal opinion. You understand what I'm saying? I want to know yours. Comment down below and let me know. As always, respect all. Fear none. God bless. Till the next time. Real Talk Boxing, we out.